the rare and often fatal autoimmune disease, hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis, affecting just 1 in 1.2 million. Through grueling chemo and steroid treatments, Mira's parents say her spirits remained strong, even using dance as a form of therapy. But ultimately, her only hope for survival, a bone marrow transplant. Her doctors desperately searched for a match, but none of Mira's family members were compatible, not even her twin brother. So Mira was added to the Be the Match National Registry, but no one was found for her here in the U.S. They searched around the globe. Finally, the perfect...
Yeah, curling's really growing all across the United States.
That surprised me. No.
Mira pulls through. The Erdmans never knew who the donor was, as they're required to remain anonymous for 2 years. Until last week, when Mira finally met Christian Worth, the man who saved her life.
We cried and we hugged, and it was just really emotional.
The two have become fast friends.
It's cool to see that she's now so happy and healthy after all of that.
For the Erdmans, it was no small gesture, giving them back the little girl they now called Mira Cole. Mara Schiavocampo, ABC News, New York.
Amazing story. Thanks for watching tonight. Diane is right back here tomorrow night. Good night.
How do you follow a party like the VMAs? Leave it to GMA.
GMA goes VMA. GMA
goes VMA. Plus a mega announcement from Prince tomorrow on GMA.
This is life-changing for a lot of these people who will not have a home to go home to tonight.
Coming up on the KCRG TV9 News at 5:30, an earthquake rocks part of California this morning, leaving an area near Napa with significant damage. And officials in Clive are investigating the suspicious death of a man in his 20s.
Yeah, curling's really growing all across the United States.
Plus, hear how this sport is catching on in Cedar Rapids with a new tournament.
Live in high definition from your 24-hour news source. You're watching KCRG TV9 News at 5:30.
Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Forrest Saunders in for Chris Earl. California's governor has declared a state of emergency for southern Napa County after a major earthquake early this morning. The quake caused significant fires in more than a dozen buildings to be uninhabitable in the area. I'm here now with meteorologist Charlene Malin. And Charlene, this is one of the largest the area has seen in a while.
Yeah, earthquakes in California are pretty common, especially this area. It's right close to the San Andreas Fault, which is the main fault line that runs across California. This particular quake, 6.0 in magnitude, which is the strongest this area has seen since 1989. The quake back in 1989 was a 6.9 earthquake. You can see that bullseye just north of San Francisco. ABC has the latest on this earthquake.
The powerful tremors jolted residents awake. The 6.0 magnitude quake striking the heart of California's wine country just after 3 a.m.
I just held on, I threw some pillows over me, and I rode it out.
The quake was so strong it crumbled historic buildings, buckled roads, and sparked fires overnight. The flames tore through this mobile home park, destroying at least 4 homes. Bill and Teresa returned to find this.
We lost everything.
But we're not everything. Not everything, honey.
The tremor ruptured gas lines and water mains, sending firefighters scrambling.
No water to fight. You had to just get people out of the path.
At area hospitals, doctors rushed to treat the injured. Nearly 100 patients reported, with at least 3, including 1 child, in critical condition. Carrie Kassler was hurt in her hotel room.
The glass from the mirrors came and put shards and fragments everywhere. I got glass in my feet.
Governor Jerry Brown has now declared a state of emergency. This area, known for its active faults, now reeling from its strongest quake in 25 years. Tonight, tens of thousands remain without power as they brace for more aftershocks in the days ahead. And already there have been a handful of aftershocks that have been recorded since that initial quake struck overnight. The Red Cross has set up an evacuation shelter at a local church. schools have been canceled tomorrow. Akiko Fujita, ABC News, Napa, California.
Here in eastern Iowa, it's been much quieter. So what can we expect for temperatures in the coming hours?
Well, still some warm temperatures out there right now. We almost hit that no 90s year in Cedar Rapids. Didn't happen today. In fact, temperatures right now 90 degrees in Cedar Rapids, 92 in Waterloo. 88 degrees for Dubuque. You have yet to hit that 90-degree mark this year. Temperatures on Pinpoint StormNet, though, in the Dubuque area do put those temperatures right around 90 for Dubuque Senior High School as well as Hempstead. Drop back to 89 degrees in Wahlert. Of course, this is only half the story. Remember, we have to factor in that high humidity out there, and that pushes those heat index values into the triple digits. It feels like about 100 to 101 out there, and we're going to be looking at more heat and humidity heading into Monday. Your planner does bring out a few isolated showers and storms overnight into early Monday morning, but the heat is going to stay with us for a couple of days. We'll give you full details to that forecast in a few minutes. Forrest?
All right, thank you, Charlene. Cedar Rapids police conducted an investigation right in their own front yard today. Officers blocked traffic off First Street in front of the station as they investigated a suspicious package. We're told employees found a suitcase on the ramp that leads up to the front of the building. After about 2 hours, the hazardous devices unit discovered it was harmless, filled with clothes. Officers say they're still working to figure out who left it there. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow on a man found near a popular recreational trail in Clive. Police say creek cleanup volunteers found 21-year-old Zachary Michael Paulson's body near Greenbelt Trail. KCCI reports Paulson was lying against a fence behind Dean Paulson & Sons Contractors. His family owns that company. Officials are calling the death suspicious. Starting tomorrow morning, Dubuque drivers will find a new traffic pattern on a handful of streets. Crews have turned 4 one-way streets into 2-way streets. These streets include parts of 9th, 10th, 11th, and Pine Streets. The point of the conversion is to help traffic better flow between the Millwork District and the rest of the downtown area. The new 2-way streets will be open for use at 4 tomorrow morning. New signs and street lights are now up to help people get around. Some buildings in Cedar Rapids could soon get a facelift. That's because of a new city initiative aimed at giving businesses grants to spruce up their buildings. The program calls for a $50,000 contribution from the city to match funding from a downtown property organization. The Cedar Rapids City Council will vote on the measure this Tuesday. It's Kirkwood's new place to learn, and Washington County students will be the first to use it. The Washington County Regional Center will be opening tomorrow as kids head back to class. It'll offer high school completion and traditional courses. It's located off Highway 1 on Lexington Boulevard in Washington. The new center is 40,000 square feet. The building is the third of 4 community campuses Kirkwood is developing in eastern Iowa. The Jones County Regional Center and Lynn County Regional Center are up and running. The Johnson County Regional Center is set to open next year. Governor Terry Branstad is taking a second swing at his broadband proposal. Branstad's proposal to improve broadband access in rural areas of the state didn't pass last spring in the legislature. He has since renamed the campaign to Connect Every Acre. Branstad is targeting farmland and hopes to provide incentives to build broadband infrastructure. The last proposal was designed to attract telecommunications companies to the state and increase broadband services. Iowa City Police are solving some minor crimes in a whole new way. The Iowa City Police Department is putting up pictures and videos from certain crimes on their website. They hope citizens will see the images and provide information that will help the police department solve those cases. The Cedar Rapids Curling Club started small in 2012, but they've grown a lot since then, and so has the sport's popularity. Today, curlers from across the nation met in the Cedar Rapids Ice Arena for their first inaugural Bonspiel. That's tournament in curling terms. TV9's Brady Smith was there.
For one weekend, the Cedar Spiel is a place for traveling curlers to cool their heels.
Coming from as far away as Pittsburgh, Denver, North Dakota. Got a St. Louis team. We got 5 or 6 from Chicago.
4-time Olympic world champ Debbie McCormick is among them, and seeing so many curlers from so many states puts a smile on her face.
There's curling clubs in Texas and Florida and South Carolina, North Carolina, all over the place now. Almost every state curls. And it's just really exciting to see the sport grow so fast.
McCormick and club president Lon Peppers say the surge in popularity of this icy game has a lot to do with Winter Olympic exposure. But the fun of curling is enough to pull in players like Pete Norelowitz 1,000 miles from home.
This is a great atmosphere. I've never been to Iowa before, which is part of the reason I signed up for this. Cedar Rapids is a great town. Everyone's been super nice. The facility is great.
And even with decades of experience, McCormick admits her team met their match here.
We lost our game, yeah. There's some tough competition here, so it's not always you walk on the ice and you're going to win, so you have to play well.
Still, Pepper says it's nice to have McCormick in Cedar Rapids as an ambassador for an ever-growing sport.
Just watching her, you can watch her form and say, oh, that's how you're supposed to do it.
In Cedar Rapids, Brady Smith, KCRG TV 9 News.
Participants got a chance to meet McCormick and two-time Paralympian curler Patrick McDonald at an open house following the tournament. Still ahead tonight, an American journalist is free after nearly 2 years in a captivity in Syria. We'll have that story next here on TV 9.
Live, on air, and online from your 24-hour news source. Chris Earl, meteorologist Charlene Malin, and Josh Christensen Sports. This is the KCRG TV 9 News at 5:30.
Barbecue? Steve's BBQ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna be a blowout. Is this right? Oh, hey guys. Applewood pulled pork. Delicious.
Subway is bringing big barbecue flavor with the sweet and smoky Applewood pulled pork, slow cooked to tender perfection. Summer's gotta have it. Subway, eat fresh.
Sweet barbecue, Steve.
Sweet short, Sally.
Jenna posts, you know there's a problem when a golf cart accelerates faster than the car you drive. Hashtag new car, please. Great news, Jenna. The Honda Summer Clearance event is the perfect time to upgrade to a sporty new Civic. It comes loaded with cool standard features like a rear-view camera, Bluetooth, and Pandora compatibility.
Call your mother.
I'm working, Pop-Pop.
Get a great deal on a new car you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance event. Hurry in, the sale ends soon.
This week's Hawkeye Football Classics. Iowa versus Northern Iowa, Saturday at 9 a.m. on KCRG 9.2.
We have the faith in Joni. She is the right one.
I was just absolutely ecstatic to have her endorsement. Those are the types of people that we need in our federal government.
Joni Ernst would be another Tea Party vote in the Senate. Ernst would privatize Social Security. She'd cut taxes for millionaires and eliminate the national minimum wage. Palin, Ernst, too extreme for Iowa. The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I walked in this place and people were so kind and so wonderful. I think I found another family.
We are kind of a family, taking care of families.
All the residents get along well with each other, so we have a lot of fun.
There are so many reasons why you would want to live at Legacy. The staff, the food, the activities. My favorite thing to hear is, I wish we would have done this sooner, and I hear that often.
Now the First Alert forecast with meteorologist Charlene Malin.
It was certainly a warm one today. It's still warm outside right now. Our weather spotters calling in highs in the 90s, 96 degrees in Victor, 92 degrees in Marengo, and Anamosa coming in at 91 degrees. We've been watching the radar, a couple of those showers and storms popping up across north central Iowa. Nothing here in eastern Iowa. We do expect to stay quiet for the next couple of hours, but there is a chance to see more showers and storms overnight. Pretty isolated, though, at best. Tipton City Cam just shows a couple of those clouds out there. For the most part, we're still under a mostly sunny sky at this hour. Temperatures 91 degrees in Tipton as well as toward Iowa City, 92 for Waterloo, Decorah 88 degrees, same with Dubuque, and 90 in Cedar Rapids. Look at the dew points though, mid 70s. That is the oppressive summer heat and humidity out there, and these are going to stay with us for the next couple of days. Late summer heat, lots of humidity, and we do have a couple of chances for some showers and storms. The first one coming tonight, spotty at best. We do have this cold front that's pushing across the Midwest. It's going to kick off a couple of those isolated isolated showers and storms late tonight into Monday morning. A second cold front, both of these fairly weak, not very strong, but enough to get rid of at least a little bit of that heat and humidity. This one moves in Monday night into Tuesday, giving us a renewed chance to see some showers and storms. We'll zoom in across eastern Iowa, starting the clock at midnight, starting to see a couple of those pop-up showers and storms, especially just off to our west. I do expect that some of them will cross into eastern Iowa overnight, but many of us will remain dry. There is just that possibility that a few areas likely to see a little bit of light rain. Heading into the middle of the day on Monday, drier conditions all the way throughout the afternoon. We don't see another chance for showers and storms until we head into Monday night, continuing into Tuesday. Your first alert forecast tonight does drop us back into the upper 60s to low 70s, right around 69 degrees for Cedar Rapids, with those storms arriving late. Again, this will mainly be after midnight and very hit or miss, so not everyone getting in on some of that rain. 89 degrees for Washington. Could see these temperatures peak up to right around 90 degrees for tomorrow. 86 in Dubuque. You notice these temperatures just a little bit cooler, and that's because we expect a little bit more cloud cover throughout the day on Monday. If we see sunshine like what we saw today, these numbers could go up just a little bit. Chance for storms mainly in the morning. Your muggy meter puts those dew points again in the low to mid 70s. Oppressive humidity out there, and you know what that means. That means we have to talk about the heat index values. In fact, this is what it's going to be looking like out the door tomorrow. Heat index values mid to upper 90s, even approaching that triple-digit mark. It's what we saw today. We're going to be seeing very similar conditions on the way for tomorrow. A little bit cooler every day as we head toward the middle of the work week. More spotty showers and storms Tuesday, high in the mid 80s. We'll see low 80s for Wednesday. This is when I think we have a better chance for some showers and storms Wednesday into Wednesday night. This also brings some cooler temperatures back into the 70s as we head into Thursday and a drier weekend next weekend.
Any chance for any severe weather right before we get out of summer?
You know, it's too early to tell, but at this point, certainly not Monday or Tuesday. Those look pretty mellow. Okay. We'll keep an eye on Wednesday, Thursday.
Be nice to go out quiet and calm.
That would be nice.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Charlene. Well, still ahead in sports, Cedar Rapids was hoping to beat Iowa City in today's Ryder Cup. Just going to have all the highlights coming up on your 24-hour news source, KCRG TV 9.
We're unleashing bonus cash on the 2014 Nissans. Get to Nissan's bottom line for the most exciting lineup on the road.
Get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Dream, 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 dream.
Want to get it all? How about reliable, super fast internet up to 20 megs? And how about getting it for less than $20 a month? And what if that price didn't change for a year? Well, we'd say that's getting it all. So call CenturyLink at 855-859-SAVE to get up to 20 meg internet for a low price of $19.95 a month for 1 year when you bundle. Get our new enhanced network for one low price. Get it all with CenturyLink.
Sometimes the first step is the hardest. But guess what? You've already taken quite a few. So what's holding you back from taking the next one? Nothing.
It's model year end, and we're unleashing bonus cash on the 2014 Nissans. Get to Nissan's bottom line for the most exciting lineup on the road.
Get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Welcome back. An al-Qaeda-linked group in Syria has released an American journalist. U.S. officials say Peter Theo Curtis of Massachusetts is now safe outside of Syria. Secretary of State John Kerry says the militant group holding Curtis captive is the same al-Qaeda group fighting the Syrian government. The Obama administration has not released details about the capture and release of Curtis. This comes as U.S. and British intelligence say they are closing in on the identity of the man who killed American journalist Jim Foley. A memorial was held today for Foley, who was kidnapped from Syria and executed. The ISIS militant group also posted the execution video on YouTube last week. Some U.S. officials say Foley's execution is part of something bigger. Aides to Palestine's president say he's working on an appeal to the international community. He wants the United Nations Security Council to tell Israel to stop occupying lands captured in the 1967 Mideast War. This follows the end of the current war in the Gaza Strip. They say the Palestinians will pursue war crime charges against Israel if the council doesn't approve the plan. A grand jury is reviewing the evidence in the shooting of Michael Brown, an unarmed teen, and his family prepares to bury him tomorrow. While many have rioted against police for 2 weeks over the weekend, some came out in support of the officer who killed Brown.
I think it's a horrible thing that happened, but let due law take its process. Let's just take our time, wait to see the evidence, see what the grand jury has to say.
Overall violence was down in Ferguson, Missouri this weekend. There were only 6 arrests. Both Brown's and Trayvon Martin's parents are in St. Louis for a peace rally coming up tonight at 10. KCRG TV9's Jill Caspery will show us how Eastern Iowans are marching against gun violence here in Cedar Rapids. And Josh is going to be joining us here in a little bit to talk a little bit more about the Colonels. We're going to have all of that coming up after the break.
Weather is brought to you by Window World.
July 30th, 2014, big oil special interests gather, signing more checks for Joni Ernst.
Those host the American Petroleum Institute and ExxonMobil's political action committees. They both oppose biofuel mandates. Here's how Ernst responded today about this fundraiser.
Don't feel uncomfortable.
Even though her big oil backers are trying to gut Iowa renewables, Joni Ernst and her big oil backers, too close for Iowa's comfort. Next Gen Climate Action Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The VA is failing our veterans. Secret lists, long waits, preventable.
It's hard to imagine, but the magic number is now 1 for the Colonels in clinching a playoff spot. This is a team that was 31-39 in the first half.
A reform hearing to attend 3 fundraisers. When our veterans needed him, Bruce Braley was AWOL. Tell Bruce Braley, reform and fix the VA.
It's a star-struck summer at Casey's General Stores. Visit Casey's for spectacular spotlight savings like 3 20-ounce Mountain Dews for just $3.33 and large made-from-scratch taco pizzas for only $13.99. Plus, discover the secret word and enter to win a fabulous trip for 2 to Hollywood, $500 in gas or other amazing prizes. Now premiering at Casey's General Stores. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Add some pizzazz to your life. Make a splash with the family and book your 2-night adventure package today. Pizzazz, many destinations, one amazing place.
Now, KCRG TV9 Sports with Josh Christensen.
It's hard to imagine, but the magic number is now 1 for the Cedar Rapids Colonels in clinching a playoff spot. Now, this was a team that was 31-39 in the first half of the season and then started the second half with a 6-11 record. The Colonels can secure a spot with a win or a Peoria loss. Colonels on the road taking on the Quad Cities. Nice, clever way for a hat. Top 3. Colonels load the bases. Chad Christensen doubles to left center all the way to the wall. Zach Larson, Jonathan Hinojosa, and Angel Vilma all score 3-0 Colonels. Bottom 3, Bandits have 2 on with 1 out. Larson is going to make a great shoestring catch in short right center. Nice catch right there, and he'll double off the runner at second to end the inning. Double play. The Colonels going to lose, though, 8-6, but Peoria also lost, so the Colonels are in the playoffs for the 2nd straight season. To golf, Cedar Rapids was hoping to keep the Ryder Cup in town with today's final round against Iowa City. Let's head out to Ellis. We start on the 3rd hole. Iowa City's Chad McCarty going for the birdie putt. rolls in and out. McCarty can't believe it, but he would win the hole. He faced Jeff Wenthy of Cedar Rapids. Wenthy comes back on 4. Nice par putt to win the hole there. Wenthy defeated McCarty 4-2. Let's go to 6. The captain for the Iowa City team, Tim Hawkins, with a 10-foot birdie. Yes, sir, but he lost to Kevin Ault 2-1. Same hole, Justin Pansegraw of Cedar Rapids. He's been playing with a bad finger that was supposed to keep him out for 12 weeks, but no problem. He drains the birdie putt. He defeated Seth Schroeder 7-6. On 13, Cedar Rapids Senior City Am champion Scott Carnes with a 9-foot birdie putt, and he knocks it down. He defeated Randy Larson 2-1. Two-time Cedar Rapids City Am champion Steve Koepke gets this birdie to fall on 14, and that would put him 2 up over John Hinker, but Hinker kept battling. He comes back with a birdie putt on 17 to win the hole. So Koepke is only 1 up now going into the final hole, but on 18, they would end up tying the hole, so Koepke would win his match 1 up. Cedar Rapids keeps the Ryder Cup for the 9th straight year. 9 times. Ferris Bueller joke, by the way. They won 14.5 to 9.5 over Iowa City.
I didn't know it was 9 in a row. It hasn't felt like it, I tell you, because every year there's just a battle. And to come out on top again this year has been, we feel pretty fortunate. We're a bunch of guys that just like to be on a team again. And to be on a team and to have guys, you know, pulling for you and calling you out and this, that, and the other. It's a great experience to be on a team, let alone a winning team.
The quality of golf is just so good. You come out and you watch these guys. This isn't weekend golfers. These guys really know how to take it out there. They know they have every part of the game mastered. They just have other lives to live besides this. So this is a real highlight for them.
The final round of the Barclays is complete. Hunter Mahan is the winner, finishing at 14 under par. He shot a 65 in today's final round. There was a 3-way tie for second. Zach Johnson had a better day, shooting a 69. He finished tied for 22nd. The Cornell baseball field is getting a much-needed renovation as construction began earlier this week. The new field will have a permanent fence, new dugouts, and a new scoreboard. This is step 3 of the Ash Park renovation project at Cornell College. The Mount Vernon School District is also paying for this project since it uses the field for its high school baseball games.
It was critical. I mean, we've shared this facility with them for years now, and we couldn't have done it. And I think both groups are gonna benefit from a facility at half the cost. There's a 4-foot drop from the right field line to the left field line, and that gives you an idea. And anybody who's been around our outfield know there's gullies and ditches all over throughout it from football practicing out on it for 50 years, and so it's just going to be it's a huge lift.
NFL news, former Hawkeye wide receiver Marvin McNutt has been cut by the Carolina Panthers today. He had just 1 catch in the preseason for 5 yards and 1 rushing attempt for 1 yard. Carolina signed McNutt last year off the Miami Dolphins practice squad. Teams need to cut down their roster to 75 players by Tuesday. But it's not all done for him. He could sign with a practice squad sometime later in a couple weeks here, so we'll see what happens.
Some of these games we've been seeing in the NFL preseason have just been spectacular last couple of days. Very surprising.
Some local players getting in on the action, too.
I know, it's been exciting. Anything to tease ahead in the 10 o'clock sports tonight?
No, I would say just the Colonels will take a closer look at when they will have their playoff game and who they might play if we get a better idea of that. But great to see they get another shot at it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Josh. Well, meteorologist Charlene Malin will have another check of your Sunday forecast coming up next. Stay with TV9.
TV9 Sports is brought to you by DuTrack.
Check out the hot summer savings this week at Hy-Vee. All Keebler, Sunshine, Famous Amos, and Special K cookies or crackers are 50% off. Hy-Vee Value Pack chicken drumsticks or thighs, only 88 cents a pound. Hunt's ketchup, just 49 cents. Powerade, only 58 cents. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese 5-packs, just $2.47. And Kellogg's cereals, only $1.97. That's right, it's summer savings time. Going on now at your local Hy-Vee.
I believe in service and Iowans helping Iowans.
20 years of military service.
During emergencies like floods, people don't ask if you're Republican or Democrat. They just need help.
Combat veteran and lieutenant colonel.
Leading convoys into Baghdad, I focused on one thing: complete our mission and bring every one of my soldiers home. And that's what we did.
Joni Ernst, a leader who will make Iowa proud.
I'm Joni Ernst, and I approve this message.
Follow
Now get $1,000 Labor Day bonus cash when you buy the fuel-efficient Ram 1500. It gets 6 miles per gallon better than Ford EcoBoost. That's 27% better. Hurry in and get $1,000 Labor Day bonus cash now through September 2nd.
With 0% financing plus $1,000 Labor Day bonus cash, get up to $13,000 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Get happy, Cedar Rapids. A new HomeGoods is coming. Get inspired. Get organized. Get creative. Get excited. Get a whole lot more for a whole lot less. Don't miss the HomeGoods grand opening Sunday, August 24th at 8 a.m. for a chance to win a $1,000 shopping spree. Be HomeGoods happy.
On Iowa Live. Opinions from guys who know a thing or two.
Or think they do.
Live from Vito's on 42nd.
Starting tomorrow.
Charlene joins us back at the desk here for one last look at the forecast, and I see some rain in that extended forecast.
Yes, some much-needed rain. We did get a nice, healthy dose yesterday morning, but still much more needed to make up for that deficit. So a couple scattered showers and storms tonight into Monday. Again, Tuesday morning, but I think a better chance will be on Wednesday, and it'll take a little while for that heat and humidity to make its way out. So don't expect a real cool down or more comfortable conditions until late in the week.
All right, thank you. And Josh, you got anything in sports coming up at 10? We talk Colonels.
Right, and we'll take a closer look at Christian Kirksey trying to make a roster spot.
All right, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you at 10. Some Cedar Rapids residents are trying to fight gun violence in the city tonight at 10. Some light showers overnight and into the morning. Charlene will have the details tonight at 10. Riots in Ferguson, Missouri over an unarmed teen that was shot and killed by an officer as some people in Cedar Rapids gathering tonight for a candlelight vigil. Hear what they say tonight at 10 o'clock. Riots in Ferguson, Missouri over an unarmed teen that was shot and killed by an officer has some people in Cedar Rapids gathering tonight for a candlelight vigil. And people in Dubuque will see a new traffic pattern tomorrow morning as some streets turn from two ways. We got to do it again. Sorry. One way to two. Riots in Ferguson, Missouri over an unarmed teen that was shot and killed by an officer has some people in Cedar Rapids gathering tonight for a candlelight vigil. And people in Dubuque will see a new traffic pattern tomorrow morning as some streets turn from one way to two ways. KCRG TV9 News is next.